Our speaker today is working on the advanced manual for the entertaining speaker. Today she will be presenting project number 3, Make Them Laugh. Her objectives are to prepare a humorous speech drawn from her own experience, strengthen it by adopting and personalizing humorous material from outside sources, and deliver it in a way that makes the humor effective. She believes there's no more humorous topic than her marriage. With a presentation entitled Wedded Bliss, please welcome past district director and distinguished Toastmaster, Tina Guillot.
As Chick just mentioned, AJ and I just celebrated our 35th wedding anniversary. 35 years! 20 of them very happy. It took us 15 years to figure it all out and get things to go right. But as we celebrate our 35th wedding anniversary, many of our young friends have said to us, what is it that is the secret to a happy marriage? You have to tell us what it is. And AJ and I have said the same thing to every couple that's asked. Don't talk about each other's families. Don't talk about money. Don't talk about politics. Don't talk about sex. Heck, don't even talk. But the truth is, communication is the first of the 4 main ingredients to a marriage, and probably the most important. Communication. Now, with Toastmasters, AJ and I have learned a lot about communication. But before Toastmasters, we were not as good at it, and we actually enlisted the help of a marriage therapist to help us with our communication. And one day, she was trying to demonstrate some body language for us and see what we thought that body language meant. So she folded her arms and crossed her legs and let out a real sigh. And then she said, what am I feeling right now? And I thought about it, and I was getting ready to say, you're frustrated. And AJ yelled out, you're constipated! And that was the downhill of our therapy sessions. Thankfully, Toastmasters came along years later and helped us to learn the most important thing, listening skills. We were getting good at the talking, but neither one of us was very good at listening skills, and all of our family and friends knew it. In fact, the people at the Chinese restaurant where we ate dinner every Friday knew it. One night as we were finishing our dinner, they dropped the fortune cookies on the table. I opened mine, he opened his. Mine said, be quiet for a while. His said, talk while you have the chance. They knew. Communication, very important. The second ingredient to a happy marriage is affection. Affection is extremely important, and AJ and I have always been pretty good at affection. We're both touchy-feely people. Well, he's touchy, I'm feely, but you get the point. I am a person that needs a lot of affection, and that was a little hard at first because AJ wasn't an affectionate kind of person when we first got married. I had to actually coach him. And so one day I used our neighbors as an example. I said, AJ, look at Ken and Mary. When Ken leaves the house for any reason at all, he always kisses Mary goodbye. Why don't you do that? AJ's answer, because I don't know Mary that well. But affection is very important. The third ingredient to a happy marriage is kindness. Now, kindness, you would think, AJ and I both come from Christian families, you would think kindness would be easy for us. But it always hasn't been that way. AJ grew up as the 4th child of 4 boys, so he had 3 older brothers. And his brothers picked on him constantly. And so he thought that that was the way you have a healthy relationship. You pick on the other person. And he would pick on me all the time. And I was super sensitive, and he was constantly picking, and it didn't make for a good combination. But over the years, I'm happy to say that my skin has toughened a little bit. And I know that most of you would be surprised to hear this, but I am actually really good at dishing it out now. In fact, on our 35th wedding anniversary, AJ was sitting there thinking about 35 years. Wow, 35 years. And he looked at me and he said, 35 years, what do you think about that? And I said, I'm thinking that if I had killed you the first time I thought about it, I might be out of jail by now. But wait, K is for kindness, not for killing. But I didn't kill him, so that's kindness, right? And last but not least, E. E is for empathy. Now, it's really important in a happy marriage to have empathy. You have to be able to put yourself in the other person's shoes and know what they're feeling and feel what they're feeling. And it's really important because it keeps you from saying really stupid things at times. And I know this is probably hard for you to believe, but I've said a lot of stupid things in our marriage. One time a while back, AJ wasn't working, and he felt kind of bad, like he wasn't contributing to the family, and his self-esteem had dropped. But he was making me crazy because I was working a full-time job, and he kept texting me all day. And so one day I commanded Siri to text him and say, I've got to get back to work. I have a husband to support. Probably not the most caring thing to say, but Siri made it even worse. Because Siri translated that and sent the text as, I've got to get back to work. I have a has-been to support. Communication, affection, kindness, empathy, all very important in a happy marriage. And the cool thing is that they spell out cake. And who with cake can be unhappy? Mr. Toastmaster.